Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Monsters of the Mic, coming to you after a Bears Wildcard playoff
Mm.
win over Green Bay, 31-27.
Man, oh man, man, oh man.
What's how you feeling? How you
Ah,
feeling, man?
man, I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Usually, I'm really optimistic. I was pessimistic, bro. They went down 21-3, and I was just crashing out. I was, as you can see in our group chat. I know you were there, so I'll ask you that in a second. Kind of that how
Yeah.
the atmosphere was, but 21-3 at halftime. I sat there. I'm like, oh come on, man. Like, I, 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 I I didn't want the season to end that way. Not saying that, obviously, right? Like, I knew we could come back because we've done it all the fucking time. But like that first half was probably one of the first worst first halves like the entire season per se. Even though I don't think Caleb necessarily played wrong per se. Like, I don't think he played bad. I don't think he played bad at all.
I agree.
Actually,
Yeah.
but Green Bay fucking sucks, dog. Hold the damn L, man. Hold the damn. I am so excited they came back and won that game the way they did, and just the crash out of Packers fans has been so delightful this weekend. It has been absolutely amazing, and just to wipe away 15 years of just pain and suffering in that one game, dude. Even if we go this week to division round and lose, like I would be like, I'm happy. I'm so happy that we knocked out Green Bay the way we did in that game.
I agree. I thought it was an A, like, as if we're grading the season today, it's an A+
It's
season.
an A plus. It's an A plus. We
A
won the division
plus.
and we beat our arch rivals in the playoffs. Like, what more do I want? The
Yeah.
last thing I want is obviously Super Bowl appearance on the title. That's the last thing that would make it a S tier rank season.
Yeah, that would be like supreme. But as of right now, A plus. The the comeback. Well, let me take two steps back because the atmosphere, it was
Right.
electric. It
Mm.
was it was in the beginning, like it was like you could feel the juice.
Yeah.
Everybody was hyped. Everybody was just like amped, ready for this game to start.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, um, after that first Green Bay touchdown, I mean, it still felt like it was within reach, right? Because we went
Sure.
down, it was 7-3 at the time,
Sure.
and
Sure.
then they went up 14-3, and it still kind of felt okay.
Mm.
But when Ben Johnson went for it on our own, like, what was it,
Oh, when it was that
36?
4th and 4 and the ball got tipped on the line. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hate the play call, but I do think, yeah, like maybe punt it in that situation because that led to the short field, and then it
Mm.
ultimately led to the touchdown.
But
But
but picking back on that really quickly, I think he just didn't trust that offense at that point because Green Bay, those two drives were just driving. Like the
yeah,
defense couldn't do anything. So, and before I kind of go throw it back to you, kudos to Dennis Allen in that second half, and we'll touch on. But yeah, so like obviously, right, 21-3. I think honestly, when McManus missed that field goal at halftime, I sat there and like, okay,
that's
I
exact that's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. And as soon as as soon as he missed did he make the first one? Because from my point of view, it looked like he missed it.
I think he made the first one, but my thing was like, wait a minute. It's bullshit that he got the kickoff because they're not supposed to get the kickoff when the timeout's called. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's bullshit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But great ice call by Ben Johnson.
yeah. Okay, okay, good call. Yeah. So yeah, he iced the kicker, and then sure enough, he misses the second field goal, and then that's when I knew. I was like, okay, there's a chance, and sure enough, I placed a bet of $100 on the Bears, and
Craziness, craziness,
the,
craziness. But man, just walk me through that fourth quarter, like the last 5 minutes, bro. Just walk me through it.
dude, it was so. Um, where do we start? Because we brought it to a one score game.
No, it was
It
21
was
to
21,
16.
21-16.
And I
Yeah.
told my brothers, I was watching, I'm like, bro, I just have a feeling the Bears defense is do the Bears defense. You're gonna let up a touchdown. He's like, no, come on, man, be
But
positive. I'm like, they always do this in every game. They
but
score, and
by
the
that
defense is like, let's let them score.
I get it. Yeah. But by that time they were what they shut him out for 4 drives straight. So like
Mm,
5 for 5. Like
mm-hmm,
at
mm-hmm.
least the field goal. I was like, at least hold them to a field goal.
Absolutely,
Matthew Golden breaks like 5 tackles and then gets
bro.
into the end zone. Dude, it was
Horrible.
deflating. That was deflating. And it kind of shook me a little bit. But then, that next drive was that the Caleb. 4th and 8. It
Oh
had
my,
it had to be. I think
it
it was.
was,
I
it
think it
was,
was that drive. The
it
next
was.
drive, dude. And what's crazy is like I don't think anybody in the stands realized like how crazy of a throw that was
Dude,
because
his
I
feet were
didn't.
off the ground. Both his feet were off the ground.
I know, I know. From my angle, it just like you could see Rome kind of pop open,
Yeah, and
and
he came from the entire right side. He Rome just
yeah,
drifted from the right side all the way to the left. And when he made that pass, I'm like, okay,
yeah. When he made that pass, I felt fine. Right, couple plays later, slant to Zacchaeus, touchdown,
right,
bam.
right.
We're back in this game. Like that's when it really got like amped. I think
Oh, I bet. And
the
then a 2 point
this
conversion, so a 3 point game. And I watching it, seeing all the fans
yeah,
was going nuts. I'm like, oh my god, the
dude,
electricity.
the stadium was shaking.
That's
It
out.
it was shaking. It was like, oh my God, dude. I've never seen so many people smiling, laughing, like having it was everybody was so happy. And then, next drive, Jordan Love, what happened?
That throws
Did
that
they
deep ball
punt?
to Romeo Dobbs. Can we take a second and be like, why do Christian Watson and Romeo Dobbs always have career fucking games against the Bears, and then the rest of the season they disappear?
They're pretty solid receivers.
Okay, okay. I'm not gonna say like they
I
disappear and vanish, but like for some reason those guys always score against us, and it's like those guys are gonna score. Like what
yeah,
the f?
yeah.
Always,
I
always.
think I think this game was specifically them picking on Kyler Gordon. Because
100%, one
they
hundred
kept
percent.
they kept throwing it at him, and
Mhm,
you know
mhm.
he was kind of shaky, and I get it. He's coming off an injury, he's
His
probably a
first
little
game back. His
rust.
first game back was since like week 3, week 2, week 3.
Yeah, yeah. The same thing happened with Jalen
Right,
Johnson. So
right.
I'm not really surprised. Um. Oh, and then yeah, so they're in field goal range, and I thought they did go for a kick, right? But I think that delay a game coming out of that
Oh, it was
timeout, it
horrendous.
was crucial though. Like
Bro,
it
I was
was
watching like Packers fans like react like, how the you take a goddamn delay a game after that? And I'm sitting there being like, ha 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 ha. Just
dude.
Mr. Burns stat is like, "Mwahaha."
It was, I mean, I get it, like I think it was just I feel like what was going on was like the fans got back into it,
Oh, absolutely.
and it just became like because of how loud and electric it was. I think it put so much pressure on the Packers, and
Absolutely.
it definitely juiced our guys because
Oh,
they were making
absolutely.
plays. And yeah, I could definitely tell it was 100% in McManus's head because he missed the extra point
Mm,
on the
mm.
Matthew Golden touchdown.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he missed that what was it, 44
44
yarder?
yard field goal, correct? Yeah. Shake that.
Yeah,
I think wide was it
wide.
wide right or left from the screen right on and like when you're
Yeah.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
absolutely. And dude, like when he missed that, I looked at my brother. I'm like, Caleb and Ben are gonna go for the win.
yeah.
They're gonna go for the win. And who? DJ Moore again, 2 games in a row. Dagger to
DJ
that Packers. And bro, Colston. Can we talk about this for a second? Like, Colston Loveland's game, right? Like grown man stat is 8 for 137 yards and a 2 point conversion. Like he's here. He's
Colson
here.
Loveland's a guy. He's a
He's the guy.
superstar. Yeah.
And I go back and I know I was worried about taking him at 10, but like, hey man, he needed to get healthy. And I saw a crazy stat that he has more receiving yards than Travis Kelce has ever had in his career in the playoffs, which is
Yeah.
mind boggling to even think
Yeah.
about.
I think Kelsey's was like
133,
139,
133.
133.
And he
Yeah,
had
in
137, right?
2019. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And just I was watching it at my brother's house, man. And my brother, he's some of the most pessimistic guy, but he was so optimistic. And I'm sitting there being like, I told you I put a hole through his wall with my cell phone because I was so angry after after that second pick, right? I was just so mad. I was so infuriating. Like what like and like my thing is like, okay, like I know we're gonna make it a game in the fourth, right? Like I know that's our game. Like stick around, stick around, stick around, stick around, attack in the fourth, right? Scoring 25 fucking points in the fourth quarter is insane, right? Like the second
Mhm.
largest comeback behind what? The New England Patriots
The
and the
GOAT.
Falcons, right? The
Yeah.
GOAT, right? And which is crazy. I did some more research that Brady came in and showed the Chicago Bears that game. and they broke it down, which is insane, right? Like,
Yeah,
and what's just hilarious, right, is LaFleur was on both of these sidelines, and it's just absolutely amazing to me. It's
it
just
was.
so amazing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Packers fans, you guys are Charmin soft. You are Charmin, damn booty soft, man. Like over here, letting right Rogers saying like I own you and this that, and then Ben Johnson goes F the Packers in the locker room, making a rivalry. Says like Mike Ditka, and you guys are gonna cry. Get the fuck out of here. Take your L and sit, and you Charmin
Yeah,
soft fans, man. Like, come on.
it's because some Packers fans don't want it to be a rivalry. Like they just, you could
They're
tell, like yeah, they
they're
don't.
so used to dominating us for the last 15 fucking years, last 20 years,
Yeah,
right? But it's just like,
now that we
times are
big broed
changing.
them. Yeah,
To
now that
quote
we
you
big
from
broed
last
them,
episode, right? The passing of the torch.
and that's what it. That's literally what it was, man. And this was. It's not an understatement. Like this is a franchise altering win. Like
Mm,
I think I
mm.
think because you got over this hump, like it could shoot you to it honestly it could shoot you to a Super Bowl. Like that's
I
from
agree.
here on out because you have the same two guys at the top, right? It's
Absolutely.
Ben, and then I guess if you want to say Ryan too. Like
Sure, sure,
they're
sure.
all three are on the same
And
page.
honestly, right, like if I'm looking at this, I'm not disregarding any other team in the NFC, right? Like, but this was, in my opinion, the hardest game because it was our divisional rival, our arch
Yeah,
rivals.
yeah. It was
Then both
one.
other games came down to the wire. This one came down to the wire too. Like, it's just, man, after that game, I pulled out a cigar. I was in the car. Like, it was so cold. I had my windows down. I literally played the Bears theme song, driving from my brother's house for 25 minutes on the highway, freezing my ass off, and I didn't give a fuck. Like, I was on cloud nine. It was just, dude, it was one of the greatest moments as a Bears fan to sit there and be like, honestly, like to me, I know it's been a while, right? This was just as big as us going to the Super Bowl in 2006. Like
I
this the atmosphere and I think the impact has had on us as fans.
yeah. I for me, I think it was bigger
Okay.
and
Okay.
uh I didn't finish the rest of my story, right? But like
But
when Caleb threw that DJ touchdown, like I knew we were gonna win. I At that point I knew it was over. I looked over
mm.
to Johnny and dude, I started bawling. And he was
Oh,
like,
I cried. I cried. I don't care.
I
I'm a
cried.
grown ass man. I cried. I don't give a fuck.
I yeah, I cried, man, because like it was like how do I explain it, man? We've been waiting for something like that. And I think it's to me it's more so like it's the sustainability because of who's at who's at head coach and who's at quarterback. Like those two
Mm,
guys, man,
mm, mm,
like
mm.
they're the impact that they've had on like not just the team but like the city. Like
Absolutely.
it's
The intensity that
insane.
the intensity that's been brought back to this city, right? And like people want Packers fan want to be like, "Oh, Ben Johnson unprofessional." I'm like, no, because this is the last time someone's been like this was Mike Ditka. Was
Yeah.
shove it down their throat and make it a rivalry. And and I love Ben Johnson's response to it in the media right the day after. He's like, "It's a rivalry.
It's a
It's a
rivalry. Treat
rivalry,
it as
right?
a rivalry. Yeah.
Right." And if LaFleur wants to bitch and cry and moan over there, bro, you're the king of the seven seed, bro. And I've said this, right? If the seven seed didn't exist, Packers missed five straight playoffs. So continue to be the seven seed kings. I'm cool with that, right? Because guess what? Caleb's been in the fucking year two leagues. He has an NFC championship. Love's been a starter for 3 years. Seven seed king. Fucking right. Stay there, boys. Stay there, right? Like, and people want to say, oh, the Packers were injured. This, that. So were the Bears. So get out of here. We lost TJ Edwards. By the way, I think the defense is better without TJ Edwards. And it proved in that second half, by the way. I think
I
it's crazy.
Yeah, Jackson was doing a great job, dude. And I might agree with that, but I don't know. Like I still like TJ.
No,
TJ's a
I know
great
TJ's a
run
tackling
stopper.
machine.
But
He's a great player. But like man, like when that touchdown at DJ, I sat there. I'm like, all right, 148. And then my friends that I was watching with were like, it's too much time. I'm like, no, Love hasn't gotten to a rhythm all second half.
yeah, I said this. I knew it right away, man, because I was like, oh, the moment's too big for him. Like he's not going to be able to do it. And it's not that I don't think Jordan Love isn't good, because I do think he's good.
Sure,
It's just that I felt like in a hostile environment, the way that place was rocking, the way the
right.
defense was playing, like they just got a lead. Like they weren't gonna let it happen.
No,
Like
right?
it wasn't gonna happen.
And Love had a great game, right? 323, 4 touchdowns, which
Four touchdowns.
ties the most Packers with Aaron Rodgers in a postseason. But hey, guess what, bro? You want to carry that torch, taking L's in the playoffs, just like Aaron Rodgers, dog.
Please.
Take
Yes.
it, right? You know what I
Please.
mean? So and he had a great game. You know what I mean? Like he made the passes, but like yeah, you couldn't close it where it was. And I want to say something about Packers fans, right? They want to blame him for that botched fumble with 7 seconds left. I'm sorry. You want to blame the center? I'm sorry. It hit Love in the hands. That's Love's fault.
That's also a third string center that just got
Fair,
in the game because
fair.
your backup center got hurt
Correct,
and
which is a huge
and
10 second runoff.
which and to my point about the drop fumble, I mean the mishandling of the snap, like it was just too big for him. Like the moment was getting
Mm,
you could tell he was just rattled
yeah.
because of I don't think he's ever seen like us or a team get like that. You
No,
know,
no,
you're
no.
not playing the Dallas Cowboys.
Right. You're
You're
playing
playing
your
the
arch rivals in their fucking stadium. You're not, yes, you're right. You're not 100%. Everyone's like, oh, but he beat the Cowboys. Come on. It's the Cowboys.
Mhm.
No
it
offense, right?
it
Like,
yeah, and it's the same way, the same thing I thought of like when he played the Niners, when that team played the Niners in the divisional round, like
Yeah.
when they had a chance to go down and score, like he's just I think he's a good like uh I kind of compare him to Jared Goff, right? Like he could go through his progressions. He's a good pocket quarterback. You keep him clean, he's gonna
Mhm.
make he'll burn you.
Yeah.
But
He'll
as
burn
soon
you.
as you make him go off script, that's it. Like he's gonna mess it up. There's gonna be an errant throw. Like I don't really trust it.
I agree. I agree. But man, this just that significance, right? And just like the interview after, right, in the locker room, right, where he's like, F the Packers, he's giving these game balls, right? I mean, I love how Caleb sat there and was a super humble, right? And it's back to this
Hmm?
media shit, right? Of everyone saying, like, oh, he's this arrogant, cocky piece of shit. Yeah, fuck you guys, everybody from the media, right? Like that man is humble and he wants to win. Just because he's zesty and petty, I don't give a crap. I need that. I want that in my quarterback, right? You
It's
take it. You're in a big market city that loves football, and he's
mm,
stepping up to the occasion. And if anyone tells you otherwise, crazy. Yes, we talked about. Is there a lot of things to clean up? Absolutely. But hey, guess what? He got a damn playoff win against the Packers, and he's moving on to the divisional round for the first time since 2010. What
yep.
more do I need in a second season?
This is as good of a second season as you can have. I
Right.
I do I do like how cool, calm, and collected he is though.
Yeah.
Like it's celebrate the win, but it's not over.
Right. And
If you want to get to where you want to get to, it's not over. Like,
correct. And I love how, he gave that game ball to Ben Johnson. I'm like, there it is. Like everyone questioned, like, oh, does Ben trust Caleb? Does Caleb trust Ben? That should show you all you need to know.
yeah.
That right then and there, him taking that moment to stop and give Ben that ball. Oh, this is beautiful, right? And then speaking of Caleb, right, let's break down some
Di-
of his stuff, right? Go ahead, before we go
no,
breaking down Caleb.
yeah, I was gonna say, did you see some of the players' reactions to like when they were going up to Caleb after that?
Yeah,
Bra
yeah. Braxton Jones
Braxton was,
reaction too.
yeah. What'd he
This shit
say?
was.
Yeah, he was just everybody was all smiles, man. Like it
It
was
was. It
they
it it,
they
it
believe
feels
in him.
like the monkey was lifted off the back of the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly how it feels.
You know what I mean?
It's
But speaking of Caleb, right? Like, 361 yards is another Bears franchise record, right?
hmm
Single season and now postseason, right?
on
Yes, he was
postseason.
50% completion rate, but that's what he's been around, right? Like that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
I know obviously, right? Two touchdowns, two massive touchdowns, right? Two interceptions, but that first interception, that's on Luther Burden. I'm sorry. Like you want to sit there, Luther Burden gave up on that route.
Yeah, I think I don't know where I had seen this from, but he was supposed to come in like run a
It was a
post.
drag route. It was a drag
Yeah.
route.
Yeah, he was supposed to come in and I think he was just trusting him to be there and he wasn't there.
Right. And,
Like
and if you go look at some of Luther Burden's film in Missouri, he did the same thing. He was
yeah.
he would do that, beat the corner, and wouldn't run the full route because he's like, oh, I beat the corner, I'm gonna get the ball. It was
Mhm.
like, dude, you got to run your route. Like the quarterback's expecting you to be a certain place. And let's take a pause real quick, right? And I know Caleb was on the sideline screaming at him, yelling at him, stuff like that. People were like, oh, look at this guy yelling and stuff like. Time the fuck out. The best quarterbacks do that. Mahomes, Brady, Peyton, they go and they show their emotions to their guys because they control that damn huddle. So y'all want
Mhm.
to sit there and be like, Caleb's a pansy. This, nah,
Uh,
you just hate it.
you're holding your teammates accountable, man. Like that's you have to. Yeah,
You
and
have to,
you have to because like like in this game, if he doesn't do that, like later on, um like
right?
do they even make that comeback?
Do they,
Like is
correct.
Luther on his P's and Q's after that? Like you don't know, right?
Mm-hmm,
It's better he hears it from Caleb than
right, than anybody else, right?
y-
So, 2 touchdowns. That beautiful slant to Zacchaeus was a perfect thing. That pass to DJ was great, but like in the second half, right? And I told you, right? Like my big thing with Caleb is like I need that for all games, but you're right. The defense started making stops. They got into their rhythm, and that's been the kind of in my opinion, the second half story right of the season is just like teams are slowly driving methodically to keep Caleb off because I think teams are realizing like you can't let him get in a rhythm. Because
yeah,
if he starts getting in a rhythm, he's going to pick you
he
apart.
gets hot, and when he gets hot, yeah, that's it. And it doesn't take much for him to get in a rhythm now. Like
It takes
just
one drive, one good
yeah,
drive.
one good drive and the next one, it just
Right.
keeps going.
And then
Yeah.
and that second pick too, right? I'm looking at it's a 4th and 1. I fucking freaked out. Like, this is where Ben Johnson should have ran the fucking ball. Same thing with the Commanders and Lions
I
last year, right? Like, run the dang ball.
Yeah, I
You know what
agree
I
with that
mean?
one. I agree. He got a little too cute on that one. DJ did slip in the end zone,
I
and I
was
think
about to
that's where
say
he was gonna go.
DJ and someone else slipped. So two of his receivers slipped.
Yeah, and he just had to lob it up to Komet and hope for something.
Right,
But
right, right. So like it wasn't the end of the world on that one, right? And but like
but it cost us points.
it cost us points.
And you wouldn't have you probably could have been in a better position going into the fourth instead of where you were initially, right?
Right. Right.
Uh,
You know what I
uh,
mean? So like, we talked about Loveland, 8 for 137, DJ 6 for 64. Rome had 2 catches, but you know what I mean? First game back, he had that massive right, 4th and 8th, right? Like, you know what I mean? Luther
yeah.
Burden 3 for 42. So like the ball was spread around once again, you know what I mean? And
Hmm?
this was fantastic. But as much as I want to talk about the defense, Dennis Allen made his money in that second half.
The adjustments, man. The
In
adjustments.
absolute insane. A
They
Montez
s-
Sweat, boy, give yourself a fucking pat on the back because he made
yeah.
Love's life a
He was
living hell.
Yeah, he was throwing him off his spot. I thought the run defense, man, they didn't like
Oh,
Jacobs get another yard. It
and I
was
was worried about it last week when I said I'm like I think Jacobs gonna have a big game, but only 19 for 55,
yeah.
2.9 carries a game.
He's
I rush.
he started good in the first half though. Like they were
Mm-hmm.
they were getting chunks on us, and then
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Dennis Allen threw another body in the box and said, "Fuck it, like
Okay.
we're gonna stop the run, like,
Yeah.
and whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody stick it on your man."
Correct. And I know they had one sack, but Austin Booker once again another great game against the Packers. Man, that kid's gonna come alive, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's
But like,
he's showing some flashes, man.
hell yes,
Austin
hell
Booker looks good.
yes. But like, that was a total team win. And I'm gonna give it again. You know what? I hate kids he can't kick far, but fucking Santos, man,
Dude,
another
I
another great performance.
unsung hero Devin Duvernay.
Oh hell
On
yeah.
Yeah. I think one of his punt returns, actually it was after the interception. After the second interception, that punt return put us back into field goal position. So
Right.
like that was crucial. That was a very big punt.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think that's gonna play a factor into this next game, but we'll get there when we get there.
Right, right. You know what I mean? But like what a game, right? 21-3, come back, second biggest, and then like I think what was it? They also in the locker room, the beginning of the season, right? I think Ben Johnson showed this. He had obviously Grady Jarrett, who was on the Falcons, then Joe Tooney, right, who was on the Patriots, right? Both
Talk
experienced that
about both
game.
of their experiences.
And
Yeah.
and right, they showed it and they had Brady in there. I'm just like, oh, Ben knew what he was doing. He pretty much said, like, hey, even if we're out in every single game, we're not out in every single game. And 6 comebacks in the regular season, a 15-point comeback, the largest in Bears history, second largest, right, in NFL
Seven
history compared.
total. Yeah.
Right. Like, these boys know how to win and they make these adjustments, right? 25 points in the fourth quarter is absolutely insane in an
Yeah.
NFL game.
And man, like they just looked so calm in that moment. Like they're well prepared. And yeah, like I don't know how Ben is like foreseeing the future, or I don't know how the hell he's doing that, but like whatever he's
Mhm.
doing, just keep doing it, man. Because
Just keep
like,
doing it. Just
yeah,
keep doing it.
because wow, like the fact that he saw this coming like way back in training camp, and it's like really paying dividends, like
Absolutely.
that's awesome, man. That's that's like some Bill Belichick shit. Like
Right.
that's that's what's crazy.
That's what
Oh,
I'm saying. And like also we talk about Caleb postseason record, right? Loveland with his 137, 8 catches is an NFL rookie tight end record. Like, dude, like this team was just clicking on all damn cylinders in that second half. And like I know it's 21-3, and I was like, you know what? Like we got to come out there. And my big thing was you need to come out there and do a 3-and-out or stop the Packers on that first drive. And they did. They did.
and they
And I'm just
did.
like, all right, start moving that ball, getting those points, right? This, that, and the other. And once again, it just took a while, but that third quarter was the most important quarter of that game.
Couple
And that's
field
I know that
goals. Yeah.
like
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Like we got a couple field goals, we got it close enough. We got 9 points, and then that's when the rocket ship really started.
it just went. And you're right. I think the Packers, right, like in that environment, because at one point, right on that PAT when they took the field, when the Bears took the lead, there was only 10 men on the field. I felt like that Packers team just started to just give up.
Hmm.
You could just feel the shift of like, oh fuck, we're gonna lose this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just seeing those reactions, just like Christian Watson slamming his helmet. I'm like, fuck yes, because you know what? We've been on that side of history so fucking much to finally have a quarterback who's clutch, right? And I know I give him
Hmm.
shit for like only putting it together sometimes in the fourth quarter, this, that, and the other, but he can win games, and that's what you need as a quarterback in the NFL. You need to be
Yeah.
able to win games in the fourth quarter, and he can do it. Next year, fuck it. Let's work on quarters 1 through 3. But right here, right now, it's working, and I think Ben knew it. I think okay, Caleb said it right, and I love when they were on the at the post game, and he took that cheese grater and he just trees grated that shit. I was like, yes, my boy, that is my quarterback, man. And it's just it livened this city, man, and it is just we can talk about how well he played in that second half, but like just that win just meant so much to us as a fan base, and I think it's just you're right. It's the catalyst to the next couple of games, right? Like
Hmm.
you're playing a game, right, and we'll touch on the Rams in a second, but like just to go there, beat your division rivals, and to really sit there and set the tone of like, yeah, Pulse. You said right, we're going to take the North and then give it back. It gave you a couple years, but guess what? The Bears are kings of the North. I don't care what anybody wants to say.
Yeah. It's I I totally agree, man. And I'm most like I think my biggest all right now is Caleb because like I've seen him do this in the regular season. And now that I've seen him do it in the postseason, down a big a deficit as that, and
Right.
for him not to waver the entire time, just make plays, make plays, make plays,
Mm.
and you know, come out with a win, like that to me that it speaks volumes. And
It's been balanced.
I think honest to God, we have our version of Patrick Mahomes. Like
Yeah.
that's how that's how much I man, like the comparisons before the draft, this is exactly why I believed in him because of the
Yeah.
off script. Like I think Poles said
Hmm.
it once, right? There's surgeons and then there's artists. And Caleb's an artist on the field, man.
He
Like
is.
the shit he does is
He really does.
spectacular.
And he
Yeah.
even said it in the locker room when he got that game ball. He's like, we make our money in the regular season, but legacy and names are made in the postseason.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
and his first postseason game, he came out and proved it.
hmm and you could tell, man, like he wants it.
He wants it.
He wants to win. Whatever it takes, he's gonna do it. And
Mm.
and he's
Yeah,
got the skill set to
to do it.
man to
He
take
has the skill
over.
set. He has the position players. He has the coach. It has to start coming together, right? And even I think at the post game, right? I know I mean, joking like he was shaving the cheese. I think the host asked him like, you got your first win. You feel like it's good. This, that. And he said no. I'm like, yes, because you're not supposed to settle.
Right.
He knows what's important, right? He knows that this game was important to the fan base, to the organization, this, that, and the other, right? But like he knows that okay, great, enjoy it, but the job's not done. He even said it in the locker room. He's like, hey, we need to get fucking better. Start
Yeah.
tomorrow. He even said it. Starting tomorrow, we need to get better. Let's do it together. I'm just like, the kid has it. He wants it. He has that drive. You know what I mean? And To do it on that big of a national stage, right? 31.6 million viewers. That's the largest stream game in NFL history.
I know,
And
man.
to do it in
Like,
that, to do it with that much pressure on prime time at home, you look like crap in the first half. To come back in the second half, and to erase that 18-point deficit and to move on to the next round.
right. And just to, yeah, exactly, man. Just to like put it into perspective, look at Trevor Lawrence, look at Justin Herbert. They've already had their bites at the apple. They've like they haven't proven that they can win in the playoffs. And look
Mm-mm.
at Caleb in his first start. This is
Right,
what he
he
does.
has it.
Like this is
Right,
yeah, you could there's just players, man, that you could see it right off the rip, and
yeah.
he's one of them. Like
And I don't think Justin Herbert has a playoff win so far. I think he's 0-5 in his career.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
He's had 5 shots at the apple and he still can't get a
Right.
win.
Correct. I know Trevor Lawrence has one of the wins because it came against Justin Herbert, obviously, right? But like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And give it all credit, right? Trevor played a fantastic game against the Bills. He balled out there, right? Like he played a very good game, close game against that team. But you're right. Caleb, first game, goes out there and he wins, right? You know what I mean? And look at his draft class, right? Same thing with Drake May. First playoff postseason game, goes out there and wins, right? You know what I mean? Bo Nix,
yeah.
obviously last year lost to the Bills, got booty clapped by the Bills, right? But anyway,
Mm.
like he gets a chance revenge of them again this week. But like this draft class, right? Everyone talks about like they're winners. They have it in them, and Caleb is that guy. That's why right Pulse took him number one, right, and over Jaden Daniels, over Bo Nix, over right Michael Penix, over what's his
JJ
Drake May, right?
McCarthy.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy, Agent
And
Nine, you mean? Right? Yeah, okay,
yeah, and 9. Yeah. And
right. But
yeah, and look, like Drake May for the longest time was considered one A, or I would say no, 1B, right? It was always Caleb and Drake May. Like the fact that Caleb, look at what Drake May is doing, and then the fact that Caleb still went number one over him, like
right,
it should speak volumes as to like the talent and you know
correct,
who he is, man. Like he's a baller.
correct,
This is shit
correct.
he's done all his life. Like this is he's used to these moments, and
Going
I
back to right USC and Oklahoma, right? And Drake May's gonna have a tough. Right here it is, right? Like everyone's like, oh, he beat the Chargers defense. No, Drake May has the toughest opponent that he's ever had in his career against that Houston Texas defense. Though we talked about it. Houston is our dark horse to make the playoff, Super Bowl, right? Like that
yeah
defense. If Monday night did not show you how disgusting that defense is, you were introduced to how
yeah
disgusting that defense
yeah.
is. And let's see how Drake May does against that defense, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But and going back to just like the game itself, right? Like, and I think we previewed the Bears Packers wildcard game. I talked about like how good Love was against right the blitz. It was the
Mm-hmm.
opposite this game. They went from a passive zone to a blitz heavy scheme, and Love could not handle that pressure. And I think you're right. It was the pressure along with the pressure of the fans and the environment. The Bears took over, and I'm sitting there being like, this is the importance of home field. And we have another home field game against the fucking Rams on night again. It's just like, that's going to play such a huge, huge part. And honestly, I'm rooting for the 49ers because if the 49ers can upset and we win, to have another game in Soldier Field in
The
this weather
NFC
again
Championship game. Yeah.
with this environment is absolutely insane. But man, like, I've been on cloud nine since that Saturday. Like nothing's been able to ruin
Me
my
too.
mood, dude. Like I haven't.
Yeah.
I've been watching like Packers fans' reactions to them crumble, and it makes me so happy. And they're like, "Oh, it's just one season." I'm like, first of all, we beat you off for pretty much the division championship, and we beat you guys in the playoffs. The two biggest fucking games in 16 and week in 19. You both lost to us. Take your fucking L and sit in it, please. And sit in it.
I I do like seeing I I like seeing Packers fans kind of cry a little bit just because,
Yeah.
that was us, man. Like that was us a couple for the longest time, honestly,
Right.
since Rodgers, man. And like I it is finally it's nice to get our lick back, but like I do think that they are still a very good team. I enjoy the rivalry being an actual rivalry.
Correct.
I love
Correct.
I love the Matt LaFleur Ben Johnson beef. I think that
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
hilarious. Um, I don't give a damn about how Matt LaFleur feels about the handshake, but
Out of here,
what
man. Grow up.
whatever.
Grow up.
I do think though that the next couple of games, specifically the next one, maybe Sean McVay might throw some shade at Ben Johnson because
Sure.
if you didn't, Matt LaFleur and Sean McVay are friends. They were both on that was it Redskins
Yes,
20
yes, yes, yes,
the
yeah.
2012 that 2012 team. So
Yeah,
I
and that's fine, right? And speaking of Sean McVay, let's go into that next game, right? The divisional round against the Rams, right? Like,
Mhm.
I'm a little nervous, but at the same time, I think it's gonna be a fucking shootout.
You think so?
I think it's gonna be a shootout, right? Okay, here it is. Okay, like just some stats, right? Like McVay's 0-2 against in Soldier Field. Okay, whatever, who cares? But like, who's gonna stop Puka and or Devontae Adams? And more importantly, right, the Rams don't. The Rams have a good line, but they don't have good corners out there. Like they don't have the best corners. So I honestly think it's going to be a shootout in this game. And obviously the weather is huge, right? It's going to be forecast around like 11, 16 degrees with the wind chill like close almost to like 8 degrees out
To-
there.
Yeah.
You know what I
I've
mean?
heard almost zero. Yeah.
Almost zero. And that's going to be so huge for us. But, I think, it's going to come down to a lot of like the key stories, in my opinion, is like, both both Caleb and Stafford love the pressure. They both excel on that, right? The Bears momentum, I think, is important, right? The weather. But also, I think just more importantly, right, just both defenses struggle, right? Like
Yep.
the Rams let up 31 points against the Panthers,
Yep.
and we let up 27 against our division rivals. And the Panthers, right, we talked about are a very sneaky, streaky team. The Rams had to come back from that game. So to my thing is like, do I think the Bears are better than the Panthers? Yes. So like that's why I think it's going to be a shootout, even in the cold. Like I think it's going to be, a shootout game where the quarterbacks are. It's going to come down to the quarterbacks, Stafford versus Caleb, in my opinion, this game.
I I don't I I could very well see this, becoming a shootout.
Sure.
I don't know if Ben wants to play it that way though.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I agree
I
with
don't
you.
think he wants to get in a shootout.
I agree.
I think what we're gonna do is play them the way that the teams have been playing us, which is keep Stafford on the sideline,
Correct.
run the ball. And I know
Right.
we've been having issues. And a lot of the issues I've been kind of like doing some research about this, and it's because teams are shifting to more of like a five-man front.
Sure.
So each of the linemen,
Mm,
they have their own guy and they can't get up to the double teams, right? They can't
correct.
double team guys like
Right.
you can't get up to the linebacker. That's how
Mm-hmm.
you get more
Mm-hmm.
tackles for loss.
Right.
So I don't know if how much the Rams play five-man fronts, but we'll find out. But
Yeah.
I did find out that the Rams rank 31st in tackles for loss, specifically their defensive line,
Mm, mm,
right?
mm.
So
Mhm.
that's who's 32? It's the Bengals. So are we going to be able to run the ball? I have a feeling we are. Um, I do
Mhm.
think we're going to have shots. We're going to be able to take shots downfield,
I
like
agree with you. I agree
some
with you. And
hard
I'm
play
glad you brought up.
action. Like,
I'm glad you brought up the Bears run game because one of my things that I circled right is the Rams defensive front versus the Bears offensive line, right? The running, right? Like that's going to be huge. The run blocking against the Rams defense, right? Like the
hmm?
Rams have a good right defensive line, but we also have one of the best offensive lines in the league, right? We have
Yeah,
two all pros on there, right? So like we need that to settle and once again to sustain those drives to keep Stafford off, right? We cannot
yeah.
go three and outs in this game. Like we cannot do what we did against the Packers because in my opinion, right, I think the Rams offense is more explosive than the Packers offense with Puka, Devontae, Kyron, right? Even Blake Corum, right? Like that is going to be a huge matchup. And on the opposite side too, I have also the Rams defensive front versus offensive line. I think this game is gonna be one in the trenches. I really truly think this game is run in the trenches, this game specifically.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a trench game. Like, I I think it's going to be probably one of the more difficult games we've had. Um, I as far as like my predictions and stuff for this game, I th my key takeaways, right? So like key takeaways to win the game. You need to force a turnover on Stafford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the
Mm-hmm.
offense. Just force a turnover, one or two. By the
Right.
way, the Bears won that last game without any turnovers, so
Wild.
I don't want
So
to hear that we're turnover dependent anymore.
correct. Correct.
Um, so I think you could get one. Um, you're gonna have to sustain long drives and take your shots and
right?
and really, make the clock your friend because that's the only
Hmm.
way. You don't want
Yeah.
if it's a close game though, like in the fourth quarter, I totally trust our team to
Of
pull it
course,
off.
of course,
Yeah.
we've done it, but the Rams also have done it really too. And something that I saw too before I go into that, like another key that I have right is with Witherspoon out for the Rams, like Emmanuel Forbes is going to have a tough matchup. Like that's going to be
Oh,
huge, right?
he's gonna get cooked.
Right against
Yeah.
DJ Rome and Luther, like he's going to have to step up, right? And those are the I think the long shots that you talked about, right? Like
Hmm.
right, like how the Packers picked on Kyler Gordon. The same thing's going to happen here. Like, is Emmanuel Forbes right with Caleb in the pocket going to be able to find those guys, right? And something big that I saw, I couldn't remember, is like the fourth quarter, right? Like the Rams have the fourth best rated fourth quarter defense in the league. And we know how the Bears play in the fourth quarter. That's going to be an also massive matchup, right? Like
Hmm.
Caleb and Ben, right, versus right the Rams defensive coordinator and their defense. That's going to be so like these are the key matchups. And you're right, like this is going to be a tough game because the Rams have been there. They have a lot of guys that have won the Super Bowl. McVay's been there, right? McVay's been there twice. Like he knows what it takes to win. And I think at the end of the day, right, if these key matchups can do it, like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough, tough game in that cold environment. But like I I'm not gonna sit here and be like, like this thing of like, are the Bears ready? No, the Bears are ready for this game. They are
Oh yeah,
100% ready for this game.
they do. If the question is, do they have a shot? They 100% have a shot.
Correct.
There,
And I know they're what
there's a path to winning.
I
Yeah.
think they're like I think 3.5, 4.5 point underdogs at home. Who gives a fuck? We were
Hmm.
underdogs against the Packers. We won that game. I don't care about that, right? That's because of just who the
That's
quarterback is, right?
Vegas. Yeah.
Matthew Stafford probably is going to win MVP this year, right? Like all these things, you know what I mean? So like, but I really think they have a shot this game, right? Like I think it's a coin flip. I think you're right. Like if it gets into the fourth quarter and the game is close enough, I think the Bears win it, right? But like this is a game where you cannot let get out of hand only because McVay is one of those coaches that does not keep his foot off the gas. It is throttle 125% every single game.
Yeah. Yep.
And that is my thing. It's just like, LaFleur, he took off the flat, the gas, right? They were running the ball, they weren't passing, they weren't doing all their stuff. Granted, like Dennis Allen did really good defensive changes at halftime, but like Sean McVay is 0 to 100 all fucking game.
Yep.
So it's like you cannot go down 21-3 because guess what? In that second half, it's going to be the same exact kind of offense, right? It's going to be throw to Puka, throw to Devontae, run with Kyron. So it's going to be right
Hmm.
a full throttle game. So you got to keep this game relatively close into that fourth quarter if you're the Bears, right? So like
Hmm.
I have a shootout, right? I have a shootout, and I do have the Bears taking this win, right? I have them winning, right, 31-28.
Damn, that's it's close, man.
It's close, but like at the same time, I can see him losing 31-28. Like
Yeah.
I can see this, but like this, you're right. I think this is tough, a tough, tough game for us. But I think right, playing our division rivals with that comeback, they're gonna come out there swinging again, right? They're gonna come out with that intensity. I think our toughest game just mentally was that wild card game. But now, right, you're right. The toughest game matchup wise is this game, in my opinion, which I
Yeah,
agree with you 100%.
this is like a really tough matchup. The Rams were my Super Bowl pick.
I
I
was gonna bring that up, and I'm glad you brought it up. The Rams have been your Super Bowl pick since May.
so I do believe I Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford, they are a crazy duo to deal with. I however, when they played in Philly last year, right? They were playing well, and then what happened? It
They
started
start
snowing.
got
Yeah,
cold.
yeah, it got cold. They started getting a little tight,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it played right into Philly's favor. And I think and I don't know if this is my heart or like or what it is. I do I do believe the weather is gonna play a factor,
I
right?
think so too. I think
I
if this was in
I
LA,
think I
if this
think
was
if
a
this LA, yeah, Rams, they whoop our
100%,
ass.
I'm sorry, 100 Rams 100% win this game. But because it's in Chicago, my heart's leaning that way. It's leaning Chicago.
I'm gonna say 27-24 Bears because of the weather factor and I saw what it did to to the Rams last year, and I just I can't get that like itch out of I can't get that feeling out like
No, I agreed.
that it would repeat itself, right? Like
Agreed.
it's
Agreed. Agreed.
even with Devontae and Puka playing as freaking absurd as
Right.
he is.
And you know, right, defensively, right? I think the defensive game is this is what my prediction is. They're gonna double team Puka and they're gonna let Tyreek go one on one with Adams. I think that's exactly what it's gonna be. I think you know what I mean. It's gonna be
I
Jalen on Puka with somebody covering. I think Nashawn or Kevin Byard
no,
covering
Sean,
it on
yeah.
top, right? Somebody covering it on top, and it's gonna be Adams one on one. I think that's where the game's gonna be the key matchup because if you let Adams, rack up 100 yards, whatever, but you cannot let Puka beat you, right? You know that Puka is the guy there. You cannot let him
Yeah.
beat him, right? You put him.
Adams is hurt right now. Like you have a better chance of being like, locking him up
Right.
than Puka.
Correct. 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 So yeah. So I think that's it. And obviously, right. Our last segment is our predictions, right? So last week, I know Mondo had took some things to make it spicy, right? He went 4-2, but like whatever, who cares, right? Like, but this week, obviously we picked the Bears over the Rams. The big games on Saturday, right? Is the Bills Broncos.
Bills
This is Josh
Broncos.
Allen year, man. I have the Bills. I have the Bills. If this is not Josh Allen's year, I don't know. I just Bo Nix and the Broncos have scathed pie every fucking game this season, in my opinion, and I do not think they can win this game. I know it's at home, but I think Josh Allen wins this game and he goes to the AFC Championship.
I agree with you. I think this is kind of where the Broncos luck runs out. And
Yes.
I think because, Bo Nix is young and, you know, like that whole team is relatively young. Like I think a bye week doesn't really work in their favor,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
and it might be they might not know like what they're getting themselves into
Right.
right now,
Right. And the
so
Bills have played so many close games that they've won. Right. That game against the Jags last week
their
too. It was
entire
like
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? They know how to win. And honestly, like I said, no Burrow, no Mahomes, no Jackson. Allen, this is your fucking year. Just go take it. If it's not the Bears, go take the goddamn Super Bowl, Allen, please. Like, you need this for your career. You know what I mean? So I got the Bills. And in a Sunday night matchup, right? 49ers, Seattle at Seattle, right? Third matchup of this team's like, unfortunately, right? The Niners are not going to have George Kittle. If the 49ers had George Kittle, I would have picked the 49ers, but I have to unfortunately roll with the Seahawks. But it's gonna come down to how Sam Darnold plays in the fucking playoffs, and that is my key to this game. Is
oh,
Sam Darnold,
Sammy, yeah, he was shaky last year.
right?
um
Honestly, I'm leaning the Niners as much as I want to, and I think I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna say the 40 fucking Niners are gonna go to the NFC Championship.
yeah, I was gonna pick the Niners
I'm
because
I'm rolling with
I
you. I'm rolling with them.
yeah, I look, I just know Shannon what they did to Shanahan last time in their home field,
Mm,
right? Three
hmm
point only put up 3 points.
Right.
I understand the Seahawks defense is, amazing, but I do think Purdy can make enough plays. He's just got to limit his mistakes. If he
Right.
limits his mistakes, let Sam Darnold, make some mistakes because
Correct.
their 49ers defense, they could hang with the offense, right? It's just can San Fran's offense score on Seattle's defense?
Correct. Correct. 100%.
I think Shanahan's going to come out with a better game plan than last time, and
Absolutely. Absolutely.
they're gonna be able to
And
take this
Shanahan's
win.
been here before, multiple times. I think it's Mike McDaniel's first time. No, it's not that Mike McDaniel's. It's first
McDonald.
McDonald. Sorry, his first time here, right? Sam Darnold's first time, not just in the divisional round guest game, but like it's gonna come down to that, right? So I agree with you. I think the 49ers take that. And the last game, right? Because we picked the Rams and Bears, the Sunday night game. The earlier game is Patriots Texans. As much as right, the Patriots are my AFC team, and I've always liked them since the Brady era. Dude, the Texans. I can't pick against the Texans defense right now. I just can't. I can't. I can't until someone puts up a 20 spot on these assholes. Like I cannot pick against the Texans defense.
Yeah,
So I'm rolling with the Houston, not because of CJ Stroud, because that boy played Dookie against the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. 3 turnovers and they still won that game. You buy your goddamn defensive line
it,
everything that you possibly can. I'm rolling with the Texans going to the AFC Championship.
this one's tougher for me. I think I'm gonna take New England.
That's fair. That's
I'm gonna
fair.
I'm gonna take New England. I think they just played a really good defense, right? It was Jesse Minter's defense for the
Yes.
Chargers.
Yes.
Um, this is essentially the same thing, except you're gonna have better pass rushers coming at you.
Mm,
God damn, I
mm.
might be talking myself out of it.
You see what I'm
No, I'm
saying?
gonna
Like,
stick with it.
dude, Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson are just
They're
disgusting
insane.
together, man.
They are
Disgusting.
insane.
I was watching them, those spin moves, those stunts against Pittsburgh's line. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to see that team. If the
Yeah.
Bears make the
They did
playoffs
this.
and the Super Bowl, I don't want to see the Houston Texans
Yeah.
in the
I
Super
don't
Bowl.
either. Yeah. They look at if you want to see how amazing they are, like truthfully, go back to Bills Texans. And I think it was like a
Yes.
Thursday night. That was
Yes.
that one made me realize, holy shit, these guys are
Dude,
they're insane.
they spent
Daniel
so much
Hunter.
money on that defense. They're like, CJ can be our guy, whatever. But that defense with Stingley there too, like, and was
Yeah.
it two? I always forget how to pronounce his name, right? Like the
Oh,
corner, the safety.
Toa.
Yeah, dude, that team is just so nasty.
Yeah.
I just can't pick against them, right? Like
It's
I just
D'Amico,
can't.
man. Yeah,
D'Amico's
D'Amico.
fantastic, bro.
D'Amico's
Just
fantastic.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, if the Patriots can like hold down their pass rushers, just give Drake May enough time,
Right.
I think they could sneak this one out.
Agreed. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I think you're right. Like if they and the Patriots offensive line is very good. It's one of the better offensive lines in the league, right? And
Mm.
right, Vrabel's gonna have those guys playing, right? And they played fantastic all season, but I just give that edge. And I'm not saying it's gonna be a blowout, right? I think the Patriots stay with them. I just think the Texans defense makes a few more plays than the Patriots do, and they
Yep.
take away that win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally see.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I could definitely see the Texans winning this.
No, fair, fair. But yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Cool. Thanks for joining us on episode 23, right? And we will hopefully right next week join us with the Bears going to the NFC Championship.
All right.
Have a good one, y'all. Peace.
Later.